Hello guys, welcome to the Empiric. Our first news is coming from the Strait of Hormuz. A Thailand cargo ship was crossing the Strait of Hormuz without IRGC permission and was hit by the Iranian military, the IRGC. As the IRGC has stated, if anyone wants to cross the Strait of Hormuz, they have to pay a toll tax worth millions of dollars. If anyone crosses without it, they will be hit. Iran has turned the Strait of Hormuz into a business. If you want to pass, you must pay in Chinese yuan or USD. They are not accepting crypto. Otherwise, there will be missile attacks. Next news is Epstein survivors have filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration and Google. This is regarding the disclosure of their personal information in recent months through the Epstein files and documents that were made public. Next news is Reuters has alleged that China hasn't just sold chips to Iran, but also the machines used to make those chips. Iran is using these for its missiles and drones. The thing is, chips get used up once, but with machines and trained people, they can make as many chips as they want. The report also mentions that China sent fuel used for ballistic missiles to Iran. Iran is using the toll tax collected from the Strait of Hormuz in Chinese yuan to buy these machines. Recently, Trump announced he would visit China in May. It's possible this issue will be discussed because China hasn't suffered any loss in this war. In fact, they have profited. Today, any ship crossing the strait has to pay in Chinese yuan, and China is getting oil without any interruptions.
Next news is Trump posted on Truth Social stating that at the request of the Iranian government, the U.S. has stopped attacking Iran's energy plants for 10 days until April 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. He mentioned that talks are ongoing regarding a deal and told people not to believe fake news claiming that Iran is not talking. Next news is Netanyahu said that last night they killed an IRGC commander who was the man behind the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. The question is, will this stop Iran's attacks? Some say there are 31 different independent commanders working in Iran who are not under anyone's direct control. Next news is China's massive AI startup, Moonshot AI, famous for its Kimi chatbot, is thinking of changing its entire structure. Sources say Moonshot AI might scrap its Cayman Islands offshore structure for a Chinese or Hong Kong entity. This is because the company is preparing for an IPO in Hong Kong. The Chinese government is closely watching companies registered offshore that raise foreign money, so becoming a domestic entity is better for them before the IPO. Also, Moonshot AI plans to raise funding at an $18 billion valuation. Just a few months ago, they were at $10 billion. The reason is the popularity of their Kimi chatbot and new AI agents, Kimi Claw. They are now competing with global giants like OpenAI and Anthropic with the help of Alibaba and Tencent. Next news is Meta's Oversight Board has issued a major warning. They say Meta's new Community Notes feature is not a proper substitute for professional fact-checking. Like Elon Musk's X Twitter, Meta replaced its old fact-checking system in the US with Community Notes, where regular people decide what is true or false. The board says this could be a risk to human rights, especially in countries with elections or strict governments. Next news is Singapore-based fintech startup Tazapay has closed its Series B funding, raising a total of $36 million. The round was led by Circle Ventures, with participation from crypto giants like Coinbase Ventures and Ripple. Tazapay builds cross-border payment infrastructure. This means if a company needs to send or receive money between countries, especially in emerging markets like Asia and Latin America, Tazapay provides a fast digital path instead of old, slow banking systems. They act as a bridge for Web3 and fintech companies, where stablecoins like USDC can be converted directly into local bank accounts. Next news is AI startup Steno has raised $49 million in Series C funding, led by Savano Capital Partners. What do? A lawyer's biggest headache is reading hours of court transcripts. Steno built an AI tool that analyzes these long transcripts, highlights important points, and lets lawyers ask questions like, what did the witness say that day?
It saves lawyers from wasting time on thousands of pages. They also provide court reporting services. Next news is Miami-based telehealth company eMed raised $200 million at a $2 billion-plus valuation. NFL legend Tom Brady invested in this round, and former ex-CEO Linda Yaccarino is now the CEO of eMed. They are building an agentic AI platform to manage weight loss drugs, GLP-1. These agents track patient data to help large companies reduce their healthcare costs. Next news is senior Trump officials say China's largest chip company, SMIC, has been sending chip-making tools to Iran for a year. The U.S. had already sanctioned SMIC for ties to the Chinese military. If these tools use U.S. technology, it will be a major violation of sanctions. SMIC and China have denied this, calling it normal trade. Next news is NY-based Blossom Health raised $20 million. They make an AI copilot for psychiatrists. This tool helps doctors make better clinical decisions and automates office tasks so psychiatrists can focus more on their patients. Next news is SpaceX is planning an IPO in 2026 with a valuation between $1.5 trillion to $1.7 trillion, making it the world's largest IPO. The plan includes investor site visits and unusual lockup periods to prevent investors from selling early. Investors in Musk's other companies will get preference, and Musk might keep a 30% quota for retail investors.
Next news is a U.S. federal judge has granted Anthropic's request to temporarily stop the Trump administration from blacklisting the company. Last month, the Pentagon declared Anthropic a supply chain risk. This started because Anthropic refused to let its Claude AI be used for autonomous weapons and mass surveillance. The judge called the ban a violation of the First Amendment and a form of retaliation. The ban is stayed for 7 days. Next news is AI startup Anthropic is discussing an IPO as soon as Q4. Bankers expect the company to raise more than $60 billion. This is a big move to compete directly with OpenAI. Next news is OpenAI's ChatGPT ads have surpassed $100 million in annualized revenue in just 6 weeks. These ads are currently shown to U.S. free and Go plan users. They have over 600 advertisers and plan to launch self-service access in April. OpenAI clarified that ads do not influence chat responses. Next news is Google released new switching tools for Gemini. Users can now import their chat history and context from ChatGPT and Claude into Gemini using a zip file up to 5 gigabytes. The goal is to make it easier to switch without starting from zero. Also, past chats has been renamed to memory. Next news is Meta is increasing its investment in a data center in El Paso, Texas, to over $10 billion, up from the initial $1.5 billion. This is for AI infrastructure and growing data needs. Next news is Netflix has raised its prices in the U.S. again. Standard with ads, $8.99 a month. Standard no ads, $19.99 a month. Premium, $26.99 a month. They say this is to fund more content and live sports. That's it for today, guys. If you found this video even a little bit informative, please like and subscribe. It gives us the motivation to bring you videos like this every single day.